I'm going to be texting you.
Packers and Bears square off Saturday night. Saturday night, the operative two words there, just 2 weeks after Green Bay won their initial matchup. This time, the Packers are heading to Chicago as a 1.5-point underdog. However, our analytics favor Green Bay, giving them a 59% chance to win this game. Here's Matt LaFleur and Ben Johnson on what the atmosphere will be like on Saturday.
I think it's going to be electric. I'm sure they're going to have the big baritone national anthem guy out there and piping it away. I think it's going to be an unbelievable atmosphere. I think it's playoff football atmosphere, so it'll be fun.
I think when you look at our roster, we have a number of really talented players that have not been a part of this. When that happens and you're someone that hasn't experienced it a whole lot, you're just grateful. You're grateful for it. And when you have a good season, you win some of these one-score games like we've been able to, and we put ourselves in a good spot, we want to make sure we capitalize on it as a team.
Cam Newton, put on your ChatGPT bookmaker hat and tell me which of these two teams should be favored in this game.
It should be the home team. It should be the Chicago Bears. And I have a specific message for Caleb Williams. Caleb, do not expect you to get back into this situation ever again in your career. Too many times I hear the out for young players to say, oh, he's young, he has time. You don't have time, brother. And the fact that you're an underdog at home says everything you need to wear as chips on your shoulder, bolsters on your shoulder, or a reason to go out and prove to the world, especially with a team that does not have their most dominant player. So do I think Ben Johnson is going to come into this game with a lot to prove? Yes. But all that also is to prove. I'm familiar with Roma Duze being out. I'm familiar with Burton being out and all those things. All those are reasons for people not to believe. I'm expecting Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson to tighten their bootstraps up and say, hey, we got to go grind this one out because it has major implications of where the seeding and standings and if we will have home field advantage, moving on in the playoffs.
Point spread open, Green Bay -3, got down to 1.5. Then it swung to the Bears as a small favorite, which is where we land right now at -1.5. Do you agree Chicago should be favored here?
No, I don't agree with that because Jordan Love is still going to be playing the football game. Josh Jacobs is still going to be playing in that football game. And even though Micah Parsons, as a ferocious pass rusher, is out for the year, the last time I checked, in 2024, Green Bay still had a good defense. A lot of guys are still on that defense. Now, I love the way the Bears run the football, and that can pose a problem for Green Bay. But at the same time, they still have dynamic players on both sides of the football. And for a guy like Jordan Love, I think this is an opportunity for him to remain aggressive. This is Matt LaFleur as a play caller, an opportunity to remain aggressive because you don't have that closer, that guy that can send the opposing team home at the end. So I believe Green Bay should be favored in this match.
Man, if you're the Bears, you should want to be the underdog. Ain't that who you've been the whole season?
Yeah, are you?
Right, the entire season, everyone has doubted you. We've all waited for the next shoe to drop. And even when you come on the show and you say, I believe in the Bears, I believe in Ben Johnson, I believe in Caleb Williams, I believe in the defense that shows each and every week, even if they give up yardage, they can create turnovers. You're not supposed to be favored over the Green Bay Packers right now, but go win it. Right? Go find a way to seal the deal. If Caleb Williams gets that opportunity on a boot late in the game again, make the throw early. Don't throw the interception to Keyshawn Nixon. An offensive game that was predicated on the run, that was stymied against the Green Bay Packers. Take advantage of Micah Parsons not be there. Ben Johnson, what can you dial up to attack where Micah Parsons might have been in pursuit, or Micah Parsons might have been in contain, or Micah Parsons might have flushed Caleb Williams out of the pocket? This is an opportunity for you to truly take hold of the NFC North at home. After going and blowing out the Cleveland Browns, after showing what it's like to make a rookie quarterback who is extremely talented in Shedeur Sanders look like a rookie. You know the Green Bay Packers have to win. You know the Green Bay Packers have to be aggressive. What team shows up of those young, talented players in Chicago that haven't been there? And I do believe that team will show up this
week. All right, so it's funny. When you listen to Cam, you listen to RC, all three of us are former players. We want the Chicago Bears to live in the now. And I don't want fans to get complacent and say, hey, man, we're on the right trajectory. Next year we're going to be here. No, the Commanders thought that too last season. The Detroit Lions, after making the NFC Championship game, they thought that too. No one's going to give you anything. If you're the Chicago Bears, go take what you want. You want to win the NFC North? You still want an opportunity to be the number 1 seed? Go take what you want from a team that has had your number for a very, very long time.
All right, bookmaker hats off. Let's go around the circle. Keep it tight, Cam. We start with you. Who wins on Saturday, Green Bay or Chicago?
Chicago. The Bears.
I think Chicago takes it as well.
I'm going Chicago. It's that run game. They're second in the NFL. I love Ben Johnson versus a very aggressive defense, how he can create angles for the offensive line to get to the second level. I'm going Chicago. And that's with them being down their 2 wide receivers, too.
Wow. Green Bay is in an extremely difficult spot here, having played in Denver last week. You know a little something about this.
Yeah, I hate it there.
Teams coming off the Denver game this season, 0-6 against the spread, losing by 11 points per game the next week. Just
Well, Joe,
1-5.
the last time I came off a Denver game, I was dying.
That's what I was going to say.
So it's a little bit,
I was going to say, like,
a little bit
there could be
different.
problems there. I didn't mean
I'm
it
glad
like
you're with
a...
us. I'm glad you're with us.
Great to have you here, RC. Thank you very
And
much.
I'm glad you asked someone who actually has been in Denver, unlike yesterday on radio
on the
when you asking me the question, and I've never played in Denver.
His response was, of all the places, I've never been to Denver.
Sometimes it happens.
Okay,
It's a
so
lot
I'm
of
0
stadiums.
for 2 asking people about the Denver situation. Take on the Commanders tomorrow, looking to build on their blowout win over the Las Vegas Raiders last week. That victory snapped a 3-game losing streak, and it was the first time Philly put up at least 30 points since Week 8 against the Giants. Former Giant Saquon Barkley is encouraged by the Eagles' recent play. Take a listen.
I think we're super close, and that's important. I think everyone gets caught up in, how well teams are playing in the first 5 games, in the first half of the season. None of that matters. Obviously, it does matter because you got to give yourself a chance to compete for the playoffs and compete to win your division. But if you look at some of those teams that were the guys or the teams halfway through the year, they're falling off. It's a long season. It's hard. And everything that we want is still out in front of us, and we can finish the season the way we want to. And that goes into what I was saying to him is continue to keep the mentality that we had and continue to buy in and make plays and continue to win games.
Cam Newton, after what you saw last week, how close do you think the Eagles are to reaching their true potential?
They ain't close. They played the league's worst team. And that's what you're supposed to do. And, Ryan Terry, Peter Leonardo, I got one for you, Harry. Harry Huxtable Douglas. You know what I'm saying? You look nice with your little suit on.
Well, I don't think that's a good one right
like
now.
you ready to take pictures.
There's also nobody on the show named Peter.
Well, we can go.
There's 0 people on the show named Peter.
Listen, the point is this. I don't want to hear Saquon Barkley talk about the woes in Philadelphia. If you want to hear something, put the camera in front of A.J. Brown, because A.J. Brown gonna tell us the truth, the gospel. He was telling us everything we knew and we needed to know in Philadelphia before it even happened, and he was being painted as the villain. Oh, he's a distraction. Why would we pay attention to him? He's just mad that he's not getting any catches. But if you're coming off a game that you played the teams or the league's worst team, a homecoming game, as we obviously know that to be, why would we believe that the Philadelphia issues are fixed all of a sudden? So at the end of the day, I'm looking at a dynamic to say like, hey, I need to see way more people. Hey, we don't believe you. We need more people. And in that type of dynamic, Philadelphia is a team that still has a lot to prove, not only to the world, but to themselves as well.
Yeah, they have not proven that the woes are fixed offensively. They went against a team that's equivalent to the neighborhood jump-off back in the day. They beat the Raiders. They played the Raiders. So, no, I'm not happy. No, I'm not happy that they were able to have success
just glaring.
versus the Las Vegas Raiders. But here's what I do know about the Eagles, right? From an identity standpoint, Jalen Hurts needs to be under center. They also need to rush the football. And in 6 games, they're 1-5 in games where Jalen Hurts has 30 or more pass attempts. They can't live in that world. Even though the offense looked dysfunctional at times, they have to still allow their offense to be through the run game. It can't be passing the football 30-plus times because the proof is in the pudding. That's when they lose games, turnovers happens, and you see all kind of things go on as well, too.
This offense isn't close until consistency is near. It's not about can A.J. Brown, who's one of the league's best, make plays. Can Jalen Hurts, who's a Super Bowl MVP, make plays? Can Saquon Barkley, who's been a 2,000 yards in a year rusher, make plays? We know individually you can make plays if called upon. But can this offense be successful consistently, right? Can there be a constant that we can lean on? And we haven't seen that. I think y'all can remember back to Minnesota and New York. Jalen Hurts throws for over 300 yards against the Minnesota Vikings. Quarterback under center, play action pass, Devontae Smith going deep, finishing with A.J. Brown in the seam. It felt good that week. We said, oh, Philadelphia's fixed. The next week you play the New York Giants, and we saw old last year Saquon Barkley getting space in the open field, big runs. Oh, they're fixed. But we just came off of a stretch where they were turning the football over like it was Halloween and they were giving out treats. God bless you, Cam. Right? And now what we saw, though, against Los Angeles, the run game got going. You play the Raiders and you feel like the pass game and the run game are going together. Now you get an opportunity against the Commanders, who aren't great on defense as well, and you get to continue that. So it's not that the offense is where it needs to be. It's headed where it needs to be. Cameron, Willy Wonka.
Wildly inconsistent for a team that's hoping to string together a minimum or maximum, I should say, of 4 quality games against quality opposition.